Today I want to remind you that writers think about what they are writing about, but they also think about how they are writing. They think about the work that they want to do in order to outgrow themselves. Often, writers use tools, like checklists, to help measure themselves against the best. In the last few years, there has been a lot of research that helps people achieve more. Actually, experts learned a lot of this from watching people play video games. It turns out that when you are trying to get better at something, like moving up levels in Xbox games, it helps you to know exactly what you need to do to take yourself to the next level. Some people have taken the time to convert this knowledge into checklists. That's why when you are on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network and you go to check your achievements or your trophies, there is a checklist there. It tells you everything you need to do to earn extra gamer score. Checklists help you measure yourself against the highest standard. Checklists can also be useful to help writers set goals. Here is a narrative writing checklist that you can use. You are going to get a chance to use this checklist on your own writing in a few minutes. But first, let's practice it on this sample writing just to get a hang of it. For it to work, you have to really be honest with yourself. After you have written your pieces with the 5 W's in mind, for each item on the checklist, you have to ask, where in this writing can I find specific evidence of this? I think it's useful to put my finger on the specific place where I find the evidence of the quality listed on the checklist. Let's start by focusing on just one part of the checklist, elaboration. These will be some of the most important skills that you want to get good at. Students, watch me as I read this box. You are going to notice that I'm reading the box and I'm really trying to make sure that I understand what it is saying to me. Then I'm going to switch quickly to my writing to make sure that the things on the checklist are actually in my writing. I developed the action, dialogue, details, and inner thinking to develop the issue, idea, moral, or lesson. Writers. Now I'm going to switch to my writing to see if I can find the places where I did this. So in this story, remember I'm teaching my readers about the argument and the fight that the basketball players have. And I think that was pretty clear, right? So now let's see whether I'm using all of those techniques. I don't think I can hold on to or look for all 4 of those things at once: action, dialogue, details, and inner thinking. Let's read this again in our heads, first looking for action and dialogue. I see a lot of action in the last paragraph. I didn't just say they fought, right? Instead, I showed all of their little actions. They jumped, they shoved, they slapped, they rolled on the floor. I also describe other people's actions, the bystanders who were kicked and who yelped, and the coach who reached for the back of the girls' jerseys. Do you think I do a good job showing people what happened, showing all the little actions that people took? We were also looking for dialogue, right? Yeah, but I'm not sure if there is any dialogue. So one thing I can work on is finding places to include the exact words that people were saying, so my readers can also hear what was happening in the moment. Writers, I'm going to circle that on my checklist as a goal. Then I'll need to reread this part again with an eye on details and inner thinking. I'll do that later. First, I want to give you a chance to practice with another part of the checklist. Go back to the lesson platform for the next activity.